Good morning. Hi, this is Risha Walden with Walden Interiors. I'm glad that you have come on to join me. I am going to be talking about vegan design, vegan lifestyle, which I'm very excited about. I am an interior designer. I have an interior design company called Walden Interiors, and we are focusing on in vegan design. So it's very exciting. It's not something that a lot of people think about or even consider when you're doing interior design. But the as a vegan, I'm vegan. I've been a vegan for 5 years. I'm really excited because I feel like every time I make a choice, um, I know that I am making an impact on my world, and I am choosing the kind of world that I want to live in, and that is exciting to me. So when I first became a vegan, I did it mainly for dietary reasons, and I discovered that there are a lot of other good reasons for me to stay being a vegan, and I went on my journey. So my journey has moved my lifestyle choice into also my business choices. And uh, I started realizing that the choices I was making in my diet also um, were choices that I could make in my business, and that there were so many vegan choices in that I could make when I'm doing interiors, when I'm designing interiors for my clients, and even in my own home. So that led me into creating and thinking about vegan design and giving that offering to my clients and to maybe somebody like you. So thank you for listening, and um, if you have any comments, please post them, or questions. I'd love to help you out if you have any questions about vegan design. So I'm going to talk about vegan design. I was just at a conference over the weekend talking about my business, and a lot of people were like, vegan design? What is vegan design? What does that mean? So vegan design means that the choices that I make, or you will make when you're designing your home, are cruelty free, that they don't include any animal products. And so people say, well, I don't have much animal products in my home. Well, that's what I thought too. I thought that I had a pretty cruelty free home. Well, actually, I didn't even think of it like that because I hadn't even considered. I don't know what I was thinking, but there it is. I hadn't even considered it. So I thought, um, uh, I have a pretty cruelty-free home. I don't have much, I don't have any leather, but it's amazing how much we are reliant on animal products to get us through this life. And we don't need to use these animal products now. Maybe perhaps in long time ago we did, but there are so many technological advances. We use so many other fibers. There's other fibers that are available and that have been created, developed to not only surpass, not only to, yeah, not only to surpass the, not only surpass the qualities that we think are inherent in natural fibers, but not only to replicate not even to replicate, but to surpass them. So I'm going to talk about some of those ideas. So vegan design. Vegan design is not using any animal products in your home, and those kind of animal products are things like leather, which seems really obvious, or any kind of animal hide. There is things like chagrin, which is snake skin or goat skin, snakes and crocodile, um, hides that are used for flooring. They're also used for walls, in upholstery. So leather, that whole animal skin is used all over the house. Can be used anywhere really. But there's the other things that I had to stop and think about was wool. Wool. We use wool in our homes, in carpets, in fibers and fabrics. So there's that. And then silk. Silk is made with a silkworm. And we take the cocoon, but in order for it to be viable for us, we have to boil the cocoons with the moth alive so that we can unravel the string in order to use the thread for to create a silk fabric. And then a big one, which often people don't think about, is, and I didn't think about, is down. Down are feathers that are plucked, and from live birds. Now these birds need these feathers. We don't. We have alternatives. And so the feathers. Where are feathers? Well, they're in our pillows. They're in our bedding. They're in duvets, comforters. In upholstery goods, we use it to make it soft. And when you have a really soft sofa, lots of times it's made from down. So that's what vegan design is finding alternatives to create those same feelings and those same textures and the same softness, but using man-made products and not using animal products. That's what vegan design is. And then there's other places that we use bone, shell, feathers in decorative items, horns, horns, decorative objects. Bone is used often as is cut down into little pieces and then used as a application onto furniture or into a piece of decorative item. So there's lots of places you will find vegan products. And that's what you need to know about vegan design, that it does exist. And so I became a vegan, I made the choices, and I thought I'm gonna bring it into my business. But I said, you just can't throw everything out. I mean, I made this choice and I can't just throw everything out and start all over again. So I believe that you just keep what you have and you use it for the life of it, for the life of the product. And believe me, these products have a very long life, but I'm not going to throw it out and start over. That just makes no sense. It's very expensive. And I already have these great products that I have purchased that I love. Now, some things I decided I no longer want to sit on leather. I had a hide carpet. I no want to stand on that. Some things started to really make me feel that I couldn't use. But I decided that, hey, Selena, thanks for joining. I'm glad. I hope you're interested in vegan design. I'm really passionate about it, so I'm happy to share it with you. You like my necklace? Yes. So here, now this is something that isn't vegan that I'm wearing. And I had bought it years ago. I got it on a trip to Africa. And, you know, I didn't even think twice about it. I purchased it. And then I thought, oh my gosh, like this is an animal product that I'm using that I'm using and I'm wearing. But I'm not just going to throw it out. I've already purchased it. I have it. I enjoy it. And I'm going to continue to enjoy it until, well, it actually broke, and then I put did a little gold piece. I don't know if you can see that little gold thing to bring it together, because I just thought it was so gorgeous. And these animal products are gorgeous, but there are resins that create the same look of this. So there are alternatives, and I continue to wear and use not my animal products Yeah, we can't just throw this stuff out. So I continue to use these animal products and reuse them, and then pass them on if when I'm finished with them, or when they no longer work for me. And they are beautiful, and you can't just throw them out. I couldn't just throw it out. I would give it away. I tend to believe that we are really purchasing, using, just renting pieces to use for our life, and then that they will be moved on, and somebody else will get to enjoy them. I like to purchase things that are long-term, sustainable, and but I know that I'm just really paying a rental fee on it, because when I'm done, someone else will get to enjoy the benefits of this beautiful product that I use. So it's really just, moving things through, and that's what I believe. Anyways, so talking about vegan design. Vegan design is so exciting. If you're interested, go to my website. I've got a top 6 places to eliminate your animal products in your home. It's an ebook. You could go there and pick it up, and it'll be sent straight to your inbox. This one I've just laminated. It talks about, it's a very short, easy to read ebook that will give you some ideas if you are just starting on your journey of vegan design, or if you're just starting to think about the choices that you're making in your home, because we continue to make choices. There's always something that we need, something breaks, and we want to replace it, or maybe we're moved and now we are starting our new journey in a new place. We want to create a beautiful interior for it. So you might want to think about making these choices, different choices than you have, or at least being aware of them. So this will help you think about that, and go and get it free from my website. I'm excited about that book, little book, and I hope it helps you out too. Let me know if it does help you out, because there's lots to know about vegan design. What else about vegan design am I going to talk to you about? I talked to you about that there's lots of places in your home where there are vegan products that perhaps you haven't thought about. I hadn't thought about. When I started my journey, I hadn't thought about these places that animals were used, and now it's really made me examine where I use them. And the other thing is, yes, awareness is the start. And the other thing is, of course, now I ask a lot of questions to make sure that I'm not consuming any animal products. When I go out to eat, which I don't do very often because it's very difficult to often find places that have animal products, animal foods that are vegan, so I cook at home a lot. But when I do go out, I ask those questions, because it's my right as a consumer. I get to know what I want to consume, and I can decide where I want to put my money, and that makes me feel very powerful. I'm very empowered by that, and I choose not to consume or be a part of that industry anymore. I'm not going to, and that is where I can make the biggest impact, is with our dollars. That is, if we choose not to buy something, or if we choose to buy something, that is a choice that is speaking to what we want and how we want this world to be run. So, you can decide what kind of choices you want to make. This is a choice I make. I'm glad if you're interested in coming along on a vegan journey. Happy if you were to join me. I'm going to be here every Wednesday talking about in design, and about vegan design in particular, because that is where my heart is. So I'm always looking for new products, and I'm always looking for new for options that I can use in the home. And I did find a really great option recently. because we use fur in our home too. We love those soft fur pillows. You know, they're often trim, even on our clothes, a trim on our hoodies, or a blanket, a fur blanket. And the faux fur options are amazing. They are become so colorful and so real that they don't have that really kind of tough, sticky part. And I wish that you could be here with me, because I do have some options here. I mean, these, I hope that you can sort of see how beautiful they are. Well, the thing is that there is no vegan website to purchase stuff from. I think it's not really a one direct site. But what you have to do is just look at the contents and ask your questions, and hope, not hope, but companies are required to let you know what the contents are. So if they can't answer you, then they're hiding something. So I would look at it like that. If they're not giving you straight answers, if they don't know, then it probably isn't what you think it is. If they don't know, then how could you know? So these are beautiful. Look at these colors. Look at these colors. They're so soft. I am dying to use this in my home. Look at this color. I love color. Color, so soft. I wish you could see how beautiful this is. I know that's not really very helpful on this TV to just look at it, but the color and the softness, you could just sleep on this. This is gorgeous. So there are lots of colors here. Sorry, I dropped them. And this would be something that I would use in my design. I'd use this as a pillow. I could use it as a trim. I could use it as a full throw. This is just one example. There's so many other examples that I would love to show you. I also have here, this is a faux silk book. So many colors of faux silk in every single color, and it's a Shatong silk. Let me get that right there. So you can see it has the look. I don't know how to do this. There we are. Nope, opposite. Okay, it has a look of silk. It has a texture of silk, but it isn't silk. There's no cruelty attached with this product. And there's so many beautiful colors, and the texture is there. It's not just in this case, it's Shatong. So it has a beautiful texture to it. I don't know if you can see that. It has a hand to it. There's a beautiful color. Oops, let me just see if I can get that up for you. Yeah, really beautiful. It has a sheen to it. And it's all done without any animal products. How exciting is that? That there are products like this that can create your beautiful home. And why, it's important for you to have a home that expresses, I think it's important for you to have a home that expresses who you are, that allows you to feel safe and feel comfortable and feel like you are in your zone when you're home. So your space should reflect all of your personality, and it should reflect the wonderful, abundant life that you deserve. If we have beautiful spaces, we feel good about ourselves. And that allows us to go out in the world and do beautiful things. And I am a big believer that space and the interior design in the space is a reflection of how you want your life to be lived. So, in this case, when we're talking about vegan design, I want to live a cruelty-free life. And if you've joined me, thank you. Hey, Brad. you too have thought maybe there might be something about vegan design that I can use in my home. And I would love for you, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please, post them out for me, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. And yeah, this is beautiful faux silk solids. So really gives me so many options and can give you options too. It's just go and ask your local interior designer, ask me, ask the store where you like to purchase from, and see what options they have. There are so many options, and often the stores are not large enough to show every single option that's available. Or maybe you're purchasing online. They only show one picture, and often there'll be so many other choices for you to purchase. So go and look and keep digging a little bit deeper. Yes, it does take time. That's the one thing about working with an interior designer such as myself, that I will make time for you. I will do all the work, and then I will show you the finished product on how you can design your home for you, and get it so that you can live in the abundant life that you deserve. So things to know about vegan design before you start your design journey. Look, we all make mistakes. I can't tell you how many times I've gone and I've gone into a restaurant and ordered something, and then I'm eating it. I'm like, wow, this tastes like there's cheese in here. We make mistakes. Recently, I redid my kitchen, and when I did the kitchen, I had seen this carpet that I loved, and I was thinking about it, but I had just started on the process of designing my kitchen. I thought, well, I'll come back to it. I kept thinking about it. The kitchen was done, and I went back to the showroom that I work with, and I saw the carpet. I'm like, okay, I'll take the carpet. I had him deliver it to me, spread out. I'm like, yes, it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm so excited about it. And then he left, and I came back. I looked at the carpet, and I said, oh, that's why. It turned out it was made of wool. I'm like, what? I am a vegan designer. And I completely lost my mind. So I returned the carpet, and I am now in the process of making the same design with man-made material threads, man-made threads. So I'm going to get that design. It's in the process. It's going to be like 2-3 months. It took a bit of time to pick the color of the threads. It's not going to be the exact same color, but I love the pattern, and I love the color. I love color. So you can see I'm in my office right now. I've painted this whole office this orange color. I've got some groovy furniture that reflects how I like to live my life. So design is about how you reflects about what's going on inside of you and how you feel about your life, or how you want to feel about your life. Maybe you don't feel like you're quite quite where you want to be, but why not create the space so that you can be where you want to be? You've already, in your mind, if you've already made that connection that you are, you want to live this beautiful life, but you're waiting to get the real apartment or the real house or your next house or whatever, don't wait. Just create that space, and it will happen, because it is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So, and you're beautiful, so you deserve an abundant life, and part of that is having a beautiful space, a beautiful place for you to enjoy your abundant life. In interior design, that's why I got started in interior design. I think everybody deserves to have a beautiful space. I feel wonderful when I'm in my office. It just speaks to me. It's a color that I love. Orange is one of my favorite colors. And then the two guys you see behind me, oops, there, that guy and that guy are actually my pieces of art that I have made. So I have them framed, I put up there because they are pieces that are dear to my heart. I did a 3-piece, I have another guy on the other side of the wall. So I put art up, I have lots of color. You can see a blue lampshade, whoops, the other way, blue lampshade, lots of color in this piece behind me, and I have a desk that matches, and I have a beautiful, beautiful color. And I like color. Maybe you don't like color, but so you could do this, you know, all in white if that makes you feel that that is your beautiful life. You could do it all in white, or you could do it all in green. I have beautiful picture windows here, so I've got a lot of color coming in too from the outside, and I love being inspired from nature. I've been looking at a lot of bird pictures lately, and wow, the color of the birds' feathers are amazing, the combinations, and that is an inspiration for me to really make these very dynamic color combinations. And in my home, in my space, I like to dress in beautiful colors, and that makes me feel like that's the kind of life I want to live. So maybe you want to live that kind of life too, but maybe it's not color, maybe it's only red, or maybe it's only blue. Well, you can do it any way you want. When you're doing your home, it should be the kind of space that reflects how you want to live your life. So when we're talking about vegan design, it also, you can create that same space and make it cruelty-free with using choices that are vegan. You can still have a beautiful life and not be using animal products. It's pretty simple idea, but we are so reliant on animal products in a large portion of our life, in our diet, in our homes, what we wear, that perhaps it seems daunting. But it isn't, because you can just make the choice today that you're going to start making choices that are cruelty-free. That's it. You know, what you did before is what you did before. And going forward, if you are creating your space, you can choose to either buy a leather sofa, or you can choose to buy a faux sofa, or maybe you decide, okay, I'm not going to do leather. I'm actually just going to use an upholstery, and maybe you really like the look of leather, or perhaps you like leather because you're thinking, well, I got dogs and I can wipe it off. Well, actually, those dogs are going to scratch your leather. And they're going to wear it down. Leather does get worn down. It does, it's not, people want maintenance free, and I can understand that, and indestructible. Well, leather is not indestructible. If you puncture it with a nail, say with the dog nails, cat nails, that hole is it, that's it. It gets punctured, and then you have to fix it because it will maybe start to rip, especially if it's on a seat where the pressure is pulling the hole apart. So there's some other options. Maybe you want to use Krypton. Now, Krypton is a man-made product. It has just hit the design industry like a storm, because it is one of the more indestructible, maintenance-free and like indestructible products that as indestructible as it can get. And it's easy to clean. It's also soil and stain resistant. So Krypton may be a really great option for your sofa. And it comes in these wonderful colors and textures, so you can enjoy the beauty of the softness of the fabric on your upholstery. Little trick, if you have a dog or a cat and they have hair all over the sofa, use a wet hand and wipe it, and then wash off your hand, and use, not strictly wet, just make it damp, and then brush your sofa with your hand or your cushion, or wherever, because that will grab the hair, the fur, and it'll stick to your hand. They have little like cactus points. What are those called? I don't on the side of the hair that grabs. So the only way to do that is get it to stick to your hand. I do it all the time. I used to have a dog and cats. Right now I don't. But we often foster cats and dogs while they're looking for their forever home. So vegan design, I hope that you are really interested in starting a journey, or maybe you're just beginning your journey, or maybe you are already started it. But with vegan design, it's really about asking questions, because it isn't something that people are thinking about. It's not something the industry has started is thinking about, but I'm thinking about it. And now I hope I have you thinking about it. I am going to be here every Wednesday, somewhere around 10 o'clock. And I'm going to be talking about vegan design, interior design too, because it's all related. I'm going to be talking about my ideas about design and giving tips. So if you're interested, love to see you. And if you have questions, Selena, thank you so much for posting all your comments. I love having you on while I'm here. It's really inspiring. It gave me gave me a chance to answer some questions that were really great questions. So thank you so much. And I'll be here Wednesday morning, and around 10 o'clock, that's Eastern Standard Time. I'm in New Jersey, and very excited about vegan design, and I hope that you are too. If you like, go to my website, check it out, walden-interiors.com. I'll put some notes in the comments, and reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope to see you again next time. Have a great day. Thanks.